I mean, if you don't have money to buy something, you don't have money to buy something.
Yeah, it's like you can't get blood out of turnips.
Exactly. But yeah, I want to see those rocks glasses before we put them up.
Yeah, it's probably not a turnip you really want to.
What would it be then?
An almond.
An almond?
I don't know. I was throwing around
A
anything
human
out there.
organ. If you're getting blood out of it, you know.
I was just thinking if we could milk an almond, what else could we do with it? Yeah.
Apparently, you can milk anything with nipples.
But should you?
I don't know. I mean, you gotta try. You gotta aim for the stars, land on the moon.
I aim for the nipple every time. Okay, let's just start, man.
That's
Oh, boo!
well, gents.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Otra vez.
Oh, why are they back on the couch?
Again?
Am I in frame, Chris? I
The
can't
sets
tell.
cost money.
Okay. Cool.
Can't be on site every episode.
Not every episode. Not
It's
yet.
always on site with me.
Damn.
Damn. Okay. Shit.
Damn. Somebody just got off of work.
I
Right?
did.
That's what that is.
I did get off work.
Do you want to do the intro? Sounds like you
No,
want to.
Nah, you lead us in. I'll take it from there.
All right. He's got
Huh?
his voice.
No.
He's doing a voice.
What voice? This is where we're at. This is where we're living all day.
This is a Batman Rob voice.
Where's Rachel?
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of a bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective.
Perspective.
Where's the applause? There we go.
Oh, man. All right. That's how we're starting off today.
Yeah.
I will take
Boom.
it.
Play.
We'd like to thank our Apple and Spotify listeners and to our YouTube watchers. What's up, motherfuckers?
And huzzah, bitches. This is Rob, aka Robinho, aka fuck what you heard.
I'm just Nando. Yeah. I don't know what you heard, but it was probably true.
And yes, that was me crying in the walk-in. They call me P.
Is there video footage? I would love video footage of just you
Crying in a walk.
right in the walk-in.
Oh, listening to Juice World.
I still
Holy
see your
shit.
They call
shadows in
him
my
Produce
room.
Punch and P.
Oh,
Produce
God.
Punch. I like that.
Oh,
Damn, I
man.
should have used that.
Shit.
Oh man, how y'all doing, man? Yeah.
I'm
How
doing-
Go
you-
ahead, Rob. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Doing.
Doesn't matter how I'm doing. Go
I'm
ahead.
doing.
Yo,
I'm doing.
let it out.
Go ahead. Go
Go.
ahead.
Where,
Go.
what?
Go.
Go. Space.
This is no. Go ahead.
This is okay.
Round
look,
one.
Boom. Therapy Bear.
There we
Oh,
go.
we haven't seen Therapy
seen
Bear in a
them.
while.
Hey,
Hey, how you
They've
doing?
been over there. That's right.
Yeah.
They're non-binary.
They are non-binary.
But they've
Therapy
been
Bear's
hanging
been hanging out in the corner, watching all the things happen. Yeah, no, it's just been an interesting day at work. You know, when you're just getting burnt out of work in general.
Yes.
Yes, you've been there. Hey?
Majority of this year.
So the problem is when you come in already kind of burnt out, and like you could have manifested a good day, your entire day leading. You know, you went, you worked out, you ate good, whatever. You come into work, and
Prayed.
just prayed,
For some. I guess.
prayed.
Say your
Spirituality is
salutations.
important, huh?
Then your salutation.
Your salutations, your manifestations,
Yes.
your sun salutations, all that type of stuff.
Your manipulations.
Manipulations, graduations, yeah, it will go. And then from there, just like little things happen at work that just are just drip drops, and then they pinprick at like you're already the stasis of just aggravation you already have until you're just like, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Crash out.
And I don't think I crash
Crash out waiting to happen.
Actually, I do
that's the
crash out.
ingredients.
I'm not gonna lie. I do have crash out. Yeah, no, I do.
You're
No,
a
no.
crash
I am
out.
a crash out waiting to happen at work often. But like, here's the thing. It's never on guests. I never crash out on guests.
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually crash out on my managers.
perfect people to crash out on, I guess.
Yes, but I feel bad. Here's the thing. I'm too big to be crashing out.
Yeah.
Because like they're mostly like 25-ish and they're like smaller people, whether they're guys or women, and so to see me crashing out and just like going in on them, it never looks good optically from afar. And yeah, I don't know if I had a crash. One might say I had a crash out today, but we'll get to that.
Did you have a crash out or a bumper to bumper?
A bumper to bumper. We'll start with that.
All right.
But I'm gonna get to that one first. I'll start with the more recent thing that tilted me over, and then we can kind of go back in time from there.
Take us on a journey.
Yeah. Last thing that happened was a gent coming in, and you just know that he should have been stopped by security at the door. Like he had like a Spongebob Bandaid on, and he just didn't really look like wasn't sure if he was really going to be able to pay for what he was ordering.
Oh.
And I feel bad because like we're taught clearly like you're not supposed to judge necessarily.
Right.
And we listen but we don't judge as the trend is going. But and then at the end of the entire experience, because we also take cards, he gave us a card at the beginning, gave me a card, and he said, here's my card, but I'm probably going to use Apple Pay to close out. So as I took the card and I looked at it, I was like, this is not an Amex or anything, Visa. It had none of the name brand cards on it. But I was like, all right, I'm going to take it. And
Did it say first name, last name, date expiry?
It wasn't an EDD card, like one of those, but it was EBT, which doesn't cover alcohol.
No.
And usually most restaurants don't take EBT. However, he had said at the beginning, hey, I'm going to cash out with Apple Pay. So I was like, all right, cool. We just need something.
On to my EBT card.
Yeah. But like he said he's going to use Apple Pay. So I'm like, all right, fine. However, what had happened was all he got at first was just some food. And then he was like, and then I had left the bar. I come back and he had ordered some wine.
Oh.
And then he had another wine. And then he had another wine. So at this point, because he had ordered, of his 3 orders of wine, 2 of them were doubles. Because like you could order 5 ounces or 10 ounces. He got a 10 ounce, a 5 ounce, and then another 10 ounce. So at this point, at the end of his entire experience, he was at 186. I'm not going to tell him he can't afford that, but turns out he can't afford that.
Hence the EBT card.
Hence the EBT card. And so he's just sitting there trying to tell me, well, they told me it had cash and like other benefits on it. And I'm like, bro, this ain't like, I don't know what kind of services.
Benefits, not fucking perks.
Your benefits just got redacted.
Yeah, at redacted. So yeah, like yeah, and so I guess I bring to you guys the first question of the day: when is it okay to kind of like have that discernment? Or I have that discernment, but because of the restaurant and corporations and legalities, we're not allowed to necessarily tell someone, hey, I don't know if you can afford this, or like, hey, I need to start like cashing you out as you go. Like, how do you guys, I guess, kind of handle that?
The moment they walk in.
Yeah.
I say that as a joke, but also not as a joke.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Like the moment you walk in, like I'm going to judge you. Not in a mean way, but I just had to gauge who you are from the moment you're walking through the threshold and up to the bar.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn,
your
threshold.
Yeah, threshold.
Damn.
I'm judging the way you're walking, the way you look, who you're with. Like I'm judging everything about you just to kind of get an understanding of how this interaction is going to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, just kind of gauge who you are.
Yeah.
And then that goes based off your behavior at the bar and what you order, how you speak to me, how you are towards me as it like, are you at ordering something from me and then being like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah, and then I'm trying to talk to you and you're ignoring. Like, so yeah, I'm judging you the moment you walk in.
Yeah.
Not to be an asshole, but yeah, just to figure out how this is gonna go down.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, and that was the thing is like in the way that I wanted to handle it, it would have been me cashing him out as he went, but it was one of those things where like I knew, or I have seen in so many instances when you start doing that with someone, they're just like, why are you singling me out, and da 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 da. And like I can't say, well, sir, just
Because you got a SpongeBob Bandaid on, bro.
yeah.
You're
It just,
35 years old. What are you doing?
it looks, it's just like there are signs. There are always signs, and it's like, damn, like
What kid did you rob for that, man?
Right.
right,
Come on,
right.
man.
Like you took that Band-Aid off of some poor little 7-year-old who fell off of his bike, and you're like, bitch, I need this.
Like if
more.
you did it as a joke and then took it off, like, okay, that was funny for like an hour.
Yeah.
Put a real Band-Aid on, okay, cool. But you left that on.
Yeah, no, they were definitely like,
It was probably like peeling off too. Like you're attempting to keep it on there.
yeah,
He cashed app an 8-year-old for that Band-Aid.
but he couldn't cash out my fucking restaurant for it.
Because he still owed the fucking
He still owed the
8-year-old.
fucking
He
8-year-old.
owed the
Yeah,
8-year-old, man.
dude, and it was crazy because like, yeah, clearly like at this point he's like, let's say the equivalent of 5 glasses of wines in, and he's just like on the phone getting loud, da 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 da, because like there's also no one else at the bar, so like his like it's pretty like this is like around like after lunch but before like happy hour, so like it's like dead time, and so he's really loud and people are like looking like, God, damn, this dude's going like he's on one. And then I go over to kind of like check on
He's
him.
on 5.
Huh?
He's on 5.
He's on 5. He's on 5. And then at that point, I go over to kind of check on him, and then I realize he had taken a marker and had written like something on the marble top, like he was tagging it low key, but like right in front of me. And I look at him and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, did you just do that? Did you do that?" And he was like, "Yeah, I mean, it wipes off pretty easy." And I was like, "Bro, that's not the point. I need you not to write on my fucking bar top. Like, what the fuck?" And then as soon as I go over and, you know, try to like, I wipe it off and all that type of stuff, I'm like, so I'm going to cash you out now. And then that was when we started the process of like trying to use the EBT, and then it wouldn't go. And then he's like, well, I don't know. And I'm just like, do you have another form of payment? And he's like, no. And then I'm just like, bro, you said that you were going to Apple Pay. He's like, oh yeah, I don't have anything. I'm just like, oh God. And then, yeah, so he got over on $186 worth of product. And
That's
I'm
where
just,
you like fucking Looney Tunes, grab him and just like throw him
oh yeah, no, at that point,
by like
no security came
by the
over.
belt of his pants and collar.
Fresh
and
Prince.
just,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, no, he
just
got
ragdoll him.
he got Jazzy Jeffed out
He
of
got
there.
thrown out with the champagne flute.
Yeah,
Just see him flying out. You just see Jay
That's
just sitting there
damn.
watching him.
Chazzy
Shout out to
Jeff.
Jay, man.
Yeah, that's
I know he
funny.
doesn't watch, but he will eventually.
Chazzy Jeff. It's funny.
yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. And that was like the last. Like I was like, I just this fucking day cannot end fast enough. And then after that,
That would have been like a valid point to crash out on a customer. That should have been the customer you crash out on.
yeah, no, yeah. But at that point, I just want you to get the fuck out.
Right.
And so me crashing out is not going to help that happen faster.
Right.
And yeah, so I was just kind of like, yo, just security had come over at that point. It was just like doing like the standing by him, like, all right, time to collect your stuff and get the fuck out. So I'm just like, yeah, you got to leave.
Should have
But,
handed him some spray and a towel and be like, clean that before you go, because I'm not doing it.
yeah, bro, it was
While the security was standing over him too.
Yeah.
Like, make sure he cleans that.
just scrub that shit up, dog. That shit was crazy.
The least he could do since he couldn't pay for his meal.
Dog, yeah, wash some fucking dishes, wash my fucking
Restaurants don't do that.
They don't do that.
Restaurants, they don't do the whole, oh, well, you can pay off your meal. And how come they don't? As a kid, I always thought that was a thing. That's why
Yeah.
I never dined in Dash when I got older. Because I knew better. And two, I'm like, I don't want to go back there and
I
scrub
don't want to
dishes.
go into y'all's.
Yeah. Why is that not a thing? Why?
Literally, someone else made a joke about that today. Like another customer, like he, you know, the joke when you swipe their card and it's like, oh, it actually went through, huh? And you're just like, I fucking hope so, motherfucker. Yeah. And
fuck
he
you
was,
mean?
and he literally said that line about like, yeah, man, because I mean, he was with some girl and he was like, yeah, for her, like I go back there and wash some dishes, like whatever she. And I'm just like, bro, it went through. You can leave now. Like I don't need this jokey joke period.
Why don't restaurants do that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
We need to bring that practice back or have it implemented if it was ever.
But
there
then that's
before.
probably also a legal thing, because if they're back there and like and recruit and wash
Yeah.
dishes and they get hurt,
Yeah.
then they can sue the restaurant, and they're not under any type of insurance with the restaurant.
Make him sign a waiver.
Yeah.
I'm a broke bitch who has to work off my tab.
I'm
Whatever happens to me in the time that I pay off my tab, I sign over rights.
I'm
to the
electing
restaurant.
to do this labor to avoid prosecution.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
at that point,
waive
you're
all
stealing.
my rights
Yeah.
to this restaurant for the next 2
I
hours.
would love to see restaurants go after customers the way they go after employees.
Oh my god, dude.
That would be
Love
great.
to see
Dog,
that.
we can't even eat dead food in our restaurant.
No, you
Like-
cannot.
Dog, what? Why the fuck not? That shit doesn't make any sense. Because like their logic is, if they let us start doing that, then we're gonna start ringing
Yeah.
in stuff
On purpose.
accidentally so that we could get it. And I'm just like, dog, I don't want to go through the process of getting something.
I've already said on this fucking show so
Yeah.
many times, you are being reactionary if that's your excuse, because what you're saying is you created an environment to where your employees cannot get food unless they have to lie for it.
Yeah,
And instead of realizing that that's the environment that you have created, that you are helping to foster, you punish your employees more. Someone had to be the Robin or Robina Hood. It was Robin either time, huh? Yeah. All right. I've been doing some Duolingo to babble
Hey,
too. You gotta add an A, man.
Duolingo.
It's feminine,
Duolingo
right?
to the wind.
Yeah, I'm supposed to add an A. Sorry.
Robinho.
But, yeah, but it's like really it's a very reactionary thing, and it's really tiring. It's a tiring excuse, man.
Yeah,
Very tiring excuse. It's nice to know that you work in a place to where they didn't make that your problem. You
Oh,
because
yeah,
there are
no.
some places that will make you pay for a customer walking out.
yeah.
But the whole time that you were talking about that, I was thinking about the walkout I had
Oh, tell me about
for
it.
like $135,
Yeah.
and we ain't even got food.
So it's all liquor.
all liquor, man. And it was these two guys, and they came in from Joey, which is a restaurant in the area.
Okay.
And
I haven't heard of that.
I could see them like coming across, and I was just like, oh, they're coming from Joey of all places.
You know what that means.
Yeah, I already knew what the fuck it meant. Just the fact that they were coming from there,
Yeah.
I was like, please don't come in here.
You're on
And then
that
they
time.
stood in front of these food trucks that are like in our area, and they hung out there for a while. And then they popped into the building about like 10 minutes later and just started ordering their drinks. But they were like, low ice. I don't want a lot of ice and this and that. But then they ended up being cool, and they paid their first round
Oh, okay.
with Apple Pay and everything. And so everything was like kind of cool. And then they wanted to start another tab, but they kept hanging out.
Mm,
And I didn't want to like come at them like, hey, I need y'all to close out this second tab, because I also saw you come from the place across the street. So
Yeah.
like, I know how some of the people who come from that place, how they are,
how they move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this a grift? It was
Yeah.
a grift. It was fucking grift,
Yikes.
man.
Suspicions confirmed.
It was a fucking grift, dude. One guy disappeared first. He made it look like he was going to the bathroom, and he was the one who paid the first time.
Ooh.
And then the second guy was like, "Oh, can you close the tab?" And then I go and I drop the receipt in front of him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Apple Pay." And then I put the fucking tablet in front of him too. Hey, pay. And he's like, "All right, I got you right now," but I'm on the phone. But at that time, I'm solo behind the bar,
Yeah.
and my bar was filling up. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I trust you. We already got a rapport. You've been here for a couple
Take
hours.
care of that. Yeah.
I'm not going to think that you're the type of person who would act this way. All right, I'm going to trust you.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, they came from Joey. They came from Joey, but the other dude's name was Jose.
There's a connection.
Yeah,
I
it was
know.
the energy I got.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
not going to pay my tab energy.
No.
Like, very much. And
Yeah.
they didn't pay their tab.
Especially when the person that pays the first tab disappears, and
That was Jose.
Jose had
He probably
disappeared.
went back to Joey.
He probably went back. It's home.
His homemade.
Home. And then, but then when the other person that wasn't like actively trying to pay the tab for the first round is the only person left, that's the person you got to watch.
Yeah.
You're just like, ooh, I know you do not have it, and you're
Yeah.
gonna,
Yeah.
and and you shake and bake on you.
Yeah. Now, had they come from Redacted, I would have got a card immediately. They came from Joey. So I was like, all right, I might give him a chance.
Yeah,
They came from Redacted. I was like, I mean, it had to come from a dad. It'd be like, hey, it's like
Hey,
Sam's Club. I need Costco. I need to
yo,
see an ID when you walk in. I need to know you
immediately,
belong here. But I
immediately.
gave him a chance because they were from Joey.
Fair.
Now I'm gonna treat them both the same now.
But he's
Same.
Jose from Joey, so like you got to
Jose from
know.
Joey now.
Yeah.
And now both names are redacted. As far as I'm concerned. That's how I look at it. Fuck that.
Oh, that was a triple entendre. Don't ask me how. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh shit.
I Christopher Nolan you on
Yeah,
that.
no, that.
I knew how to tie it all back together. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
That was
but
good.
I do get what you mean because as soon as they walked in, I judged them because I saw them across the street. I saw the energy they came in with.
Yeah.
And I should have listened to my gut. And
Yeah.
it sucks when that happens because it kind of reinforces those feelings that you don't want to have about a guest when they first
100%.
walk in. You know, you don't want to have those preconceived notions when someone walks in, but you know, Chappelle said, if you're wearing a whore's uniform, I gotta believe that's what
Yeah,
you are.
yeah, yeah.
You're gonna come in acting broke, giving me that broke energy. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna start treating all of you broke until you prove to me otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, and not broke as in you don't have money. I'm saying broke as in you don't spend it.
Broke energy.
That's broke energy.
Yeah.
Broke energy, you don't spend money. It's not what you have. Because there are plenty of people who don't have money, they ain't broke.
Yeah.
They just always broke because they always spend it.
Yeah.
But broke mentality is something completely different.
It's a whole different kind of BDE.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's what?
BDE.
BDE.
Broke dick energy.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were saying big deposit energy.
Nah,
We were talking about money.
Where's the bell? There we go.
okay.
Yeah.
We were talking about money. I was like, this big deposit energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have too much of that in my job because
Well, aren't you just lucky?
Right?
yeah, I mean, I guess it's because even when we're like slammed too.
Most people close out as they get drinks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's not a lot of tabs.
But I
right?
also don't have a problem with standing there until they at least pull out the form of payment, and then I'll get the person next to them. Most of because everybody I'm servicing is usually like right next to each other, so I
Right.
can start this one thing, and
Yeah.
while they're paying, it's like boom, 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 boom. So they're right in front of me.
Right.
There's only ever been the one instance that I talked about maybe a year ago where the dude had like a $400 something tab,
Yeah.
and then I guess walked out on it, and then came back not even 40 days later for another party, and I'm like, it's him.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the only other. That's the only time actually that I can recall somebody has walked out.
Damn.
I don't know if I don't know if my other coworkers have. I don't think they have, because usually they would say something about it.
Yeah.
They usually call on me to go chase people down if it happens.
Well, that was the other thing because like everybody else behind the bar was kind of scared to interact with dude.
No, I'm like, fuck that.
And I'm just like-
that's my whole thing. It's like, nah, fuck that. I don't
Like,
care if they're talking with people. I don't care if it's
yeah.
embarrassing.
I need to get this
I
money.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because I'm
No.
not trying to deal with a walkout. Yeah.
Not that it would have to come out of my pocket, but
No.
like for where I work, I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
You can pay this shit. I don't care. I don't care. You're not gonna tip me, but you're gonna pay.
Yeah,
this.
that's the thing.
Right.
I don't care if you're mingling.
I've given up on getting a tip. I just need you to pay for the product that you consumed at this point. Like that's all the fuck I care about. Because yeah, even like we've talked about before, but the way that like redacted works is like we already have to tip out 12% off of the sales. So it's like pretty much like those sales are already coming out of our tips.
Sales is crazy.
Yeah,
work, dude.
it has
That's
nothing
crazy
off
work.
of nothing. It has
That's
nothing.
crazy.
Yo,
work.
and that
I'm yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I know I'm cutting you off. It's just
no, you're good.
that's not fucking fair.
Yeah.
You should not be going off of how much money someone sales for the company and saying you have to pay the fucking not salary, but you have to pay the income of another employee
Yes.
based off of how much money you made for the company,
Yes.
but not how much money you made for yourself.
No. It's
That's not
legitimately,
that's
it's a
not
percentage
fucking
off the
right, dude.
sales
That's not
paying
right.
for the rest of the services that were provided for that guest experience are coming out of my pocket.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with how much they actually tip on top of it. And I had to, well, I didn't actually get a chance to explain it, but I wanted to explain it because we had a situation. I had a situation literally a week before. I think this is where my trajectory started going down. I will tell you, yeah, I actually didn't piece together until right now. This is where like my degenerative like kind of energy at work started, because I was off last Thursday. I have only 2 days off, Thursdays and Sundays. They hit me up on Wednesday night
Oh.
and they said, "Hey,
Yeah, I saw you.
yeah,
Sorry.
you saw me. Yeah, you saw me. Yeah, because I came
saw
in
you
to
that
work on
night,
I think
yeah.
Friday. Yeah.
No,
And
no,
I
it was
came in that
Thursday.
night. Yeah, because I was like,
I
I
saw
just
you right
need.
after.
I need
Because
to.
you literally said, let's compare notes on how bad our night was. And I was like, you've already won from the fact that you
You
said
came in that way. Yeah.
that.
Oh my god, dog. So I was off on Thursday, one of my only 2 days off. They called me on Wednesday night and they were just like, "Hey, we have a party on Thursday night. Do you want to come in and work it?" The last party they called me in on went wonderfully. It was like Deloitte. So like they got money and they basically were just like, "Hey, we're just doing a buyout. It's a $1,800 minimum." And then they just came in, all the food was pre-coursed, and then they just had whatever drinks they wanted. So it's just ran really fucking well, made a good amount of money. I didn't have to deal with any other random tables. I just came in, worked that party, made probably 450, and I was out. It's like cool. And so they called me in for this one. I was like, sure, yeah, I'll come in, I'll do that. I get in there, and how it works is they have this thing called private dining experience. So when companies have like buyouts, specifically around this time of year for a lot of Christmas parties, they discuss it and negotiate it with Redacted, and they say we're going to have this amount of minimum, this is the amount of people to expect, this is how we're going to course out the meal and all of that, and it's all printed on a piece of paper, so I know going in exactly what to expect. And then I come in for this party last Thursday, and then the managers didn't even know. They were just like, "Oh, let's go try to find the paper that tells you like what kind of experience they signed up for." And they were like, "Oh, it doesn't exist. It's just a regular 20 top." Already red flag. Also, it's not just a regular 20 top. It's a 20 top that's as a favor for one of the other employees. And everyone knows, at like, I talked with the other servers before like the rest of the guests got there. They were like, "Hey, every time this employee's like family or friends come in, they always tip like shit." And it's just a known thing. Like they will come in, run up a $500 tab, leave $5. And that's just how they roll. And like they don't ever say anything to this employee because everyone loves that employee. But that person just like kind of called in this last minute, like maybe a week before. He was like, "Hey, I have a 20 top coming in. Can you guys just set it up?" Cool. So off top, I'm just like, I'm not gonna make that much money off of this. Why did y'all call me in on my off day to deal with this shit? But cool, whatever. I'm gonna do what I do, give them the best experience, and just let it land wherever it lands. Cool. So I do all the work. I set up the 20 top, the 20 top table, put waters in front of all of their places. I put even like the free champagne we do. I put it in front of all of their spots. And then he comes in and I was like, "Hey, X person, I'm actually taking care of your family tonight. Yo, so like we have them set up right here." I already said, it was like, "Wait, what do you mean you put them out there? I wanted them to be over here." And then I already told the managers, da 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 da. And I was like, bro, I don't know. You gotta talk that out with the managers. It is what it is." So he goes in and he's angry at this point and like kind of like chewing them out because they put his last minute 20 top in this random in one spot of the restaurant. He wanted them in a different spot, and then they scrambled to put the whole 20 top in a different spot of the restaurant, which, mind you, this doesn't sound like a big issue to people that are just listening to this, but mind you, there are other parties going on, other parties that have already promised the restaurant $2,000, $5,000. Like there are parties that are bringing in more money. You are asking for a 20 top that has 7 kids.
Oh my God.
Now, you guys know what Redacted looks like. kids don't
belong there.
belong.
They don't belong.
They don't belong.
They don't belong.
Yeah, it's just not the setting for kids. And so 7 kids out of 20, I'm already like, oh my God, I'm getting chicken tenders. The entire party's gonna be chicken tenders. Cool. And yeah, so it's a 20 top, 7 kids. We gotta move them inside. We do all this stuff for him. And then at the end of the entire party, for 20 people, and y'all know the prices at Redacted, the entire tab comes to a little bit over $1,000, which it sounds like a lot of money, but for 20 people at Redacted, it's not a lot. 1, 2, if I get 20% on $1,000, we're talking $200. It's not worth me coming in on my off day to make $200, and that's not me being cocky. It's not me being like whatever. It's just not worth my time.
Because that's also pre-tax.
That's pre-tax.
That's pre-tax.
That's
$200.
pre-tax $200. Yes, and yeah, it just wasn't what I had in my mind being brought in. And according to the managers, they didn't realize that either. And I'm just like, well, fuckers, y'all need to actually do the reconnaissance to know that before you.
You mean managers are supposed to manage?
Yes. Yeah.
I'd love to see that in 2025.
It's nice.
I'd love to see managers that actually manage in 2025.
And just
like majority, because we know a few.
Yeah. Oh no,
we know quite a few actually.
Yeah.
But for a lot of you fuckers out there, y'all gotta step y'all game up next year. This is fucking ridiculous.
It's pretty fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
And then, but also, and again, this isn't me being cocky, but like because of my pay rate, because I've been working there for long and I do a lot of other stuff, my pay rate or like my hourly is higher than a lot of the other employees there. So it's not even good business sense for the restaurant to bring me in to work a party where they're not making that much money off of it. It's like, yo, give this to someone else. Or honestly, at that point, they could have just rolled it into someone else's section.
That's what they should have done from the beginning.
Oh, 1,000%. They should have just rolled it into someone else's section. Y'all deal with it. They're clearly not ordering that much. And then on top of that, during the course of their evening, they, for whatever reason, like would get up in like sections and just go to the bar and order from the bar, as opposed to just like ordering through me and waiting for it. I know for people out there listening, it doesn't seem like a big to do. You think you're getting your drink faster. Sure. But what it does do is it takes away from whatever the fuck I'm trying to give you. The experience I'm trying to give you is for you to stay there in your seat, continue fellowshipping with who you came there with. I'm going to get your drinks. It's going to come as fast as I can get it to you. But now you're taking money away from me, and so that you can go to the bar and get your shots or get your margaritas and whatnot. It's just not how restaurants are set up. If you're going to some resort where you kind of have a buffet and then you go to the bar, that makes sense. When you're at a sit-down restaurant, you sit down at your table and you wait for drinks to come to you. If it's taking me 30, 45 minutes to get you your drinks, by all means, do what you need to do. But it wasn't. It was like everything was running smoothly. And then literally I'm like waiting for their well-done steaks to come out. And then they all disappeared. And then as the steaks were coming out, then I see them coming back. And I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers. Yeah. And so, yeah. And so the employee, he comes up to me at some point as they're starting to check out. Oh, and then toward the end of the party, they start trying to close out one by one separate tabs that they didn't actually tell me about at the beginning of the whole situation. So then I get to probably like the 5th individual person. I look up at the party and like, are we all going to be doing individual checks? Because now I'm Sam Jackson and I'm like crashing the fuck out. And like, what are y'all motherfuckers doing? And so then they all kind of look at me, and then so the employee comes over and he talks with them for a little bit. He talks with me. It's like, yo, are they tipping you out pretty well? I'm like, no, they're not. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not.
Why would he even ask that?
Because he knows who his family, his friends are.
Why would he ask?
Why would he ask that?
Exactly.
Nah.
Yeah. And so
that is
or nah.
Yeah, that is a reflection of the fucking environment, because earlier you said, oh, we all know no one wants to take his group, but no one says anything,
right?
Why the fuck not? And no disrespect to them, because regardless of who it is, I'm not saying it towards them or you or anyone else individually. I'm saying it collectively.
Yeah.
Not just at Redacted, but at any place. Why are you allowing people to get away with things that they shouldn't get away with?
Yeah.
Why are you, if everyone knows, why hasn't anyone said anything?
Well, that's
Why
the
are you
thing.
letting things
I
slide?
let the managers know at the top of the experience, like before they started arriving. I was like, "Hey guys, I've been told by the other servers that they are known for not tipping that well."
Right.
Of course, what they tell me, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
They're gonna tell you good job.
They're gonna tell you, good job. Just worry about giving them a good experience.
Thank you for coming in tonight.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
We
it.
appreciate you.
Hey, here's a
And-
$20 coupon, Rob.
Yeah. And so all that to say, at the end of the night, dealing with 20 people, 70 kids, well done steaks, them grabbing drinks from yeah, I know. Them grabbing drinks from the bar after he doesn't realize the employee, I was gonna say this. So the employee he took care of a portion of what was left, which was like maybe $350 was left after like different other people sectioned off and paid separately. And so he gave me $80 on that $350, which is a decent ass tip. But I've already gotten zeroed out on like the other half of that fucking check. And so that happened there. And then there was somebody paid in cash. And then shout out to this manager, because she or he or they took care of me, because she basically took it, she reopened it,
or he or they.
And they VIP'd that whole check so that I was able to pretty much like walk with that.
Get something.
Nice.
Get something.
Yeah.
So, but here's the kicker, guys. After the $80 he gave me, the let's say $70 that I got from that cash, tipping out 10% of what they actually paid, no, 12% back to the restaurant. Then I had to tip out my SA. My SA is my server assistant or my busser. Sorry.
Not your homie?
Huh?
Not your homie?
My essay. My essay. And then coming in on my off day, I walked with, can I get a drum roll, please?
I don't have a drum roll on here.
Oh, you don't have that?
No, I'll add one though.
I walked with $115.
Ooh, shit.
Let me tell you the amount of things I could have been doing with my Thursday, my one of 2 nights off, other than coming in to get $115. Numerous things. And yes, again, people out there.
You
like,
also burn gas.
Yeah.
You also paid for food
yeah.
throughout your day.
Yeah.
You also spent all of your time and energy. And then the next day, you had to recover from the loss of sacrificing all of those things. So you probably spent money on something else that you normally should have, but you had to, just to make yourself feel a little bit better about everything you just dealt with the night before.
Yeah.
You also went to Fight Club because that's where I saw you.
Yeah. I got one.
When I clocked it, but I'm saying you went there. That's the thing.
I had
to
recover.
To do.
Yeah.
Paying for parking, paying for all those things.
Oh yeah,
So,
we don't get parking
all
covered
of
either.
that.
Yeah.
All of that. You did not walk with what you got.
No.
No.
I didn't. Yeah. And
At all.
I know this can sound like privilege problems. I get that.
It's not privilege problem.
But-
no.
Okay.
We're done apologizing to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Fair.
Like this show has been around long enough.
He's crashing out.
If you're here, yeah.
I'm crashing out.
if you're here for the right reason. And it is what it is, man. We gotta start calling this shit what
Yes.
it is. Is
Because I don't think people understand that.
Yeah.
That aspect of it. It's like, yes, you.
and they won't if we keep apologizing. for
Yeah,
it.
that's fair.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because it's like, because I wanted to walk up to him and explain it to him, but like the managers actually sat him down and had a conversation with him after the whole thing. So I think he actually is starting to understand it. Someone told me he kind of was like a little emotional about it afterwards. So they did do that afterwards, but I just need people to understand. Specifically, I can only speak for Redacted, right? So if you have $100 tab, off top, if you have $100 tab, no matter what you tip me out, $12 is going back to the restaurant because they are using that from me to tip out the guest services or like the front desk. They're tipping out the actual kitchen, which is illegal in a lot of places, but it's what they do. It is what it is. And just other services. So they're using.
It's illegal until you have to save money.
Yes.
It's funny how that works.
It's
that's illegal, but I gotta save.
I gotta save some money, so we're gonna make that work.
Yeah.
And so basically, for your entire experience to happen, they are taking money out of my pocket, out of, for example, $100 tab. That's gonna be $12, and then we are basically supposed to tip out at least 1 or 1.5% of the sales to our busser. So we're talking about $13, $14 already taken out of whatever tip I get before I even see it. So if you tip only 15%, I am walking with $1. If you tip 15%, I am walking with $1. Okay? So that is why we kind of like talk about 20% being like what you should aim for, or 18% or something. So like, I'm not asking for like the moon, but it's just the way that these restaurants are set up. We're already 12, 13, 14% out before you even walk out the door. And so if it was a horrible service, by all means tip whatever. But if I give you good service and I make sure I'm on my shit and every service that you want is provided for, make sure I walk with something more than $1 on $100. You know what I mean?
With something.
I gotta leave it. With
Well,
something.
that's not our problem. You guys need to change that.
That's
That's what the commenters sound like.
You change that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's what the uninitiated sound like. It's
they-
not our problem. You guys should fight for it.
Uninitiated.
You should
Okay.
go and be out there fucking demanding more. Shut up.
Oh, so we should go on strike
No,
like the
you,
actors.
You should be demanding more. It's not on us to demand more. Like, we can't.
Yeah, we can't.
We demand more, we lose our job, and they replace us with someone else.
We
And they
strike,
do the
we
same
don't
thing to
pay
everyone
bills.
else.
Yeah. And to be honest
They
with
do
you,
it because you
etc.
let them.
if we're gonna be honest,
Period.
the actors strike didn't work out that well. They still agreed to a lot of things in like the final contract.
Yeah, the hotel's still open.
Huh?
The hotel's still open.
Oh, the hotel's still open. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
he
like
was talking
even
about the actors.
the actors strike.
Oh, actors. I thought you said the act of striking.
Oh no.
Oh,
The
okay.
actors strike
Okay.
is like the new contracts are still going to allow AI to take over in like 20 years. Like it's just literally just kicking the can
They
down
pushed
the
it
road.
20 years.
Yeah,
Period.
they kick the can down the road. So like strike, I'm not saying strikes never work. Clearly, sometimes they do, but a lot of times they don't. And we're out of
Strikes
work.
help you break even.
Yeah.
That's
You know
all
what
I've
does
seen.
work?
That's all I've seen.
You know what does work? Going out on the street, find a CEO walking down the street,
And buying them
click,
some
clack,
flowers.
chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
Buying
Shout
them
out
some
Luigi.
flowers.
Woohoo!
It's funny. His name is Luigi, but he hit him with the game over.
You actually have the sound. I was gonna recreate it.
You just had to wait for it.
I jumped the gun.
That was a good one. All right.
Knee slapper.
That was a good one. Nah, for real. I mean, sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
This is so factual.
We do not condone here at the industry perspective.
We salute.
We do not condone, but we will salute.
We do not know, but we will salute.
I'm just saying. I don't even know what I saw in that video footage. It could have been anybody. I don't know. I think they got the wrong guy.
As far as I know, John Cena did it. Because I ain't see
I ain't
shit.
shit.
I ain't see a
I ain't see a
goddamn,
goddamn
thing.
thing. I know it's a
All
little.
I know is that was sponsored by HBO because that was the Peacemaker.
Damn. It's a little unrelated, but yeah, I'm just saying, free that man.
free
that man.
Oh, that's the right man.
We don't.
I don't care. Free him. Don't
No,
give a
I'm
fuck.
just-
Free him regardless. Even if they got the right one, free him. Free him. Who cares? Who cares? Just a CEO. Who gives a fuck?
Shout out.
Boo hoo.
I mean, it's family.
Oh, you can't say that. Yes, I can.
You,
Who's gonna stop
you
me?
Literally just did.
I know. I just
I
did.
love it when people say you can't say that after you've already
As
said
if
it.
it wasn't just said.
I also have a problem with that because grammatically, you know what? The fuck I just said it. Can is my ability to do something. You're asking and saying I shouldn't say something.
Yeah, say
but
that.
I can say it because I just did.
Yeah, I just
so
did.
I have the ability to say it.
So
So
you're saying I shouldn't say it. Why not?
yeah. Oh, and then we can have a discussion on that. But
No,
like
we can't. Not in this country.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
In this country, it's just say whatever the fuck you want.
And
You're
we'll go
not
from
supposed
there.
to say that.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You say what you want.
When
and
it
as
comes to
long
certain
as it-
things.
No,
No,
you
no,
say
no,
what
no,
you
no, no,
want,
no,
and
no,
as
no,
long as
wait,
it
wait,
aligns
wait.
with certain people, then you get away with it or you don't. Like that.
Yeah,
just is
I
what it
mean,
is.
yes.
It's what it is.
I'm saying
until they change it.
I'm saying
Until you
more.
change it, that's what it is.
I'm saying
P is
more
attempting
in the.
cleanup on aisle 3. Go ahead.
I ain't
I
worried
am
about
saying
cleanup.
more in the aspect of morally correct things.
Right.
Like,
But what is morally correct?
Exactly.
That's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's in the eye of the stakeholder.
oh, that's a. God damn.
Fair.
That was a bar. I was just saying, like, you can't go out and say some transphobic shit.
No.
and
No.
then
Then,
That's what I.
yeah,
That's what.
absolutely.
That's what I was.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what I
get
meant.
What you're saying.
That's
but
what I meant.
Those are things that don't even like. We don't even think
Right,
about
but
that.
sometimes you have to say it because
Yes,
then
to cover our bases. That's
not just
fair.
cover our bases, and people are gonna be like, "Well,
No,
they said I
I-
could say whatever."
I-
say it's
I-
like,
yeah,
I
I
didn't
get
say
what
be
you're
an
saying.
asshole.
Yeah. No, I get
Yeah.
what you're
That's what I
saying.
meant by morally.
I get what you're saying
correct.
because
That's
there
what
are
I get.
people who are just like, I should be able to say whatever.
Like, not you,
Like,
Yeah.
come on,
not you. Sit down, little incel.
We're,
Sit the fuck down.
all right. Well, before we change gears to go back to the podcast, how about we call that out for what it is? Because it's also the same shit you see on social media. It's the same shit you see in the comment sections and everything else. You get people who want to say whatever the fuck it is they want to say, regardless of who it hurts. But really, they're just trying to fill a hole in themselves.
Pause. Beat you to it.
And yeah, but
You know what? Play. That's what the fuck they're doing.
I say record.
I don't want to
but-
watch them fill the hole.
I don't want to watch it.
Okay.
Or at least record it.
So you have the option
Posterity.
of going back later.
What do you mean by that?
You know what he means.
Don't go low gruff voice on me. Like, and look me in the eyes.
You know.
You know what, man? At the end of the day, it's really been about assholes like really fucked up people just want to say fucked up shit.
Sure.
And when you try to call them out, they're like, "Oh, free speech, this and that." But then the people who try to call them out get caught saying something else. And it's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that, so I should be able to say." No, like it's common sense. Common sense, bro. Like that's all we're talking about.
Common sense.
Common
Don't
sense.
go into a
Not that
room-
common.
Yeah, exactly.
It's now rare, damn near mythic.
Ever since Erica Badu got a hold of his ass, it's not that common no more.
Wait. Okay. Quick detour, and then we can get back, or you guys can just roadblock it. How do you guys feel? Because we're just talking about people just saying whatever the fuck they want to say. Andrew Schultz's response to Kendrick.
I haven't listened to it.
Okay,
but,
never mind.
Like
It's
at
cool.
the same time, no, I don't need to listen to it. Like
You don't. You really
Yeah.
don't because
It was now that's a crash out.
that's not a crash out. He was so tight. It got to him. It got to him, and it was.
shit ain't funny, huh?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
And you could tell it got to him because of his response and how he tried to make it a full bit, and it was like
Yeah.
a 3-minute bit. It's like, dude, we get it. He got to you. It upset you.
It's fine.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like when somebody's trying to laugh about being made fun of, but they're holding back tears and they're just like, yeah,
right.
Yeah, I just love how he went and
Yeah,
got his one
it's-
black friend.
Bro, and that was the thing. The one black friend was like laughing, but like he was even a little uncomfortable. But
I can compare
No,
it to
I'm talking about
you know
Charlotte.
that
Oh, man.
you know that gif
That's his cultural coin right there.
you know that
He
gif
went and got his
from
token.
the video they made of when Michael B. Jordan was at the basketball game after getting broken up with what's her face and he was
Lauren
just-
London, you better respect her fucking
not,
name.
not Lauren Lori Harvey
Laura Harvey.
after she
I
broke
need to
up with him.
respect her fucking name.
Yeah. After she
Lauren's
broke up
out
with
there.
him,
Yeah.
he was at like a Clippers game,
many
courtside,
lows.
and he was like, they put the camera on him. You can see he was like, oh shit. He was just
Yeah.
put on that smile. That's what the Andrew Schultz thing was similar to. Was like he
Yeah.
was just putting on the smile because the camera was on. He was in front of his friends, but that shit had him tight. He was upset.
dog.
He was upset because
It's probably because he was a Kendrick fan.
Probably.
Yeah,
And his bit wasn't even funny. Like, it
It
wasn't funny,
wasn't.
dude.
It
It was
just
just,
wasn't
he was trying to
funny.
use satire, but it's like, bro, we could tell you're hurt by it.
It was just so
You're so
weird.
hurt, bro.
It was
You're
really
so hurt.
weird.
You're crying about it. It's like, oh, it's not
Oh,
funny
my
when it's
crush
about
doesn't
you.
like me.
Yeah.
But also,
It happens,
always and
man.
forever, shout out to Lori Harvey.
Hey, shout out
she-
to Lauren London too.
Nah, she broke Michael B. Jordan's heart.
I don't give a fuck. Have you
Broke a
seen
lot of hearts.
Yeah. She broke Future's heart. She broke not Tory Lane's,
That
Trey
ass broke
Songz
a lot of
heart.
bed frames too.
Nah, man, you don't do Michael B. Jordan like that.
It's not that small.
It's not. It's really that. But yeah, so that was the beginning of my crowd shout out work. And then every day
Some
since
clown
then
ass shit.
has just been some wild ass shit that just made me more and more frustrated. Because the day after that, they had a party in the entire lounge area. So the entire lounge area is what surrounds the bar in terms of like seating for like dining experience. So like there's dining experience around the bar that's called the lounge, and then there's the bar top. What's up?
Doesn't Andrew? Sorry, going back. Doesn't Andrew Schultz
No,
have?
it was
a
really.
lot of,
I knew we had to go back.
Doesn't he
It's
have a
okay.
lot of jokes where he's
Trying to rape
making
black
fun
men?
of black people?
No, he makes fun of everyone.
He
but-
does,
But
yeah.
the thing is for him, it's always been I make like everyone can get these jokes.
Yeah,
Until he got those jokes.
until the
Because
yeah,
it
came
wasn't a
back.
joke. It was like, it was a bar.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not a joke.
The problem is, I think, because like Family Guy, I think does
He's about
really
to go
really
red
well
pill so
about just
hard.
like,
Huh?
He's about to red pill so hard.
oh
I
yeah.
mean-
Well, no,
I mean,
because
what do you
he's
mean
tapping into
go
that
red
audience
pill?
now.
He's
That
been
audience.
red pill.
Yeah, I think so
He's
too.
been like let's call it what it is. If we're gonna be diving into that realm and talking about it, it really is. People want to be anti-red pill until they see red pill money.
Oh, and that red pill
Oh,
money
yeah.
comes in droves.
Yeah, but it also comes quick, just like the red pillars.
Hold on.
I like that. Yeah,
So if that's what you want, then go get that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
We stand the test of time. That's why we just keep running
and I don't know Will.i.am's opening line from that, but I wish I did.
No, that's as far as I know.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
damn.
In this
I know you
contest,
go
there's no
everybody.
disrespect, so when I bust rhymes, you break your necks. And then I forget the second part.
Yo, shout out to
He
you.
might not say it, but he's a real nigga.
Wait, does knowing Will.i.am lines make him a real nigga?
No, but he fucking worked for the joke.
Yeah, no, that
Let
was
him
dope.
have
That
it.
was dope. I like that.
He knew
yeah.
more black bars than we did.
It's Will.i.am.
I mean, they're white chocolate bars.
There you go. Yeah. Boom. There we go. Yeah. No, they are.
Hershey's do got the Oreo
They-
one.
yo,
He's the fucking horchata bars. No,
Oh,
he's the
fuck.
Coquito Crisp.
Coquito Crisp. Whoa.
Not a
shit.
Hershey bar. He's a Coquito Crisp.
Coquito crisp.
That's an idea for a chocolate bar.
Hey,
No,
there you
real
go.
talk. If Hershey's made
Bruh.
a horchata flavored bar,
Stop.
yeah,
You're-
we're giving too many ideas.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Let's
yeah.
bring it back. Bring it back. Edit that. What's the minute on
This
that?
podcast is copyrighted and trademarked by.
Don't steal our ideas.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Do it so we can sue you. We need money.
Nah, honestly, with the people we got, we could come up with a fucking recipe for that.
Yeah, we can make that
Easily.
happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, you were saying.
Yes,
What was I saying?
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, I was just saying like that. I was just thinking about like his previous jokes and stand-ups, how he would make fun of like every demographic.
Well, no,
And-
it's kind of like
No, it kinda
Modern
makes
Family. But the thing is, the joke has to be funny. And like, if you have a series of these jokes where it isn't funny, it just kind of feels like you're just telling on yourself about what your real opinions are. And now we see you, and now it's just weird, and it's just like, nah, bro, like, what are you doing, or what are you saying? You know what I mean? Because I even felt that way. Now we're down the rabbit hole. I felt that way a little bit about Dave Chappelle's kind of run with the transphobic jokes. Like, I feel like at a certain point, it was like, bro, you got the jokes off. Now you're just keep on hammering this like point home, and it's just like it's a lot. And
I felt like part of that though is also, in
Him
my opinion,
battling
leading-
cancel culture.
Not the cancel culture. I think that these two things kind of reflect the same thing.
Okay,
You can have a joke about someone until they get offended.
right.
And then your prejudice seems to come out, because when you start getting attacked by the worst of the demographic that you're talking about, then you do feel defensive and you're like, ah, blah, blah, blah. And then you all of a sudden switch over to this whole other realm and you turn into a fucking red pillar.
Yeah.
But, you know, this guy might not have ever felt what he felt.
Yeah.
But he joked about it because it was funny. Because a lot of times, getting a pass into certain cultures means that you get to say jokes that other people don't get to say.
1000%.
I say a lot of shit I should not get away with and probably won't for much longer. But at the same time,
Says who?
it's also because I also take the time to talk to people and learn people. And I don't make jokes that offend people per se. At least I hope I don't. I'm not trying to make anyone the butt of my joke. I want you to be in on the joke. And that's what true comedy is supposed to be. And sometimes people
You're not punching down.
don't know how to make the joke to where you're in on it.
Right.
And that's when it feels like it's punching down.
Yeah.
And I felt like with Chappelle, he didn't start punching down, which is why he kept defending himself. I'm not punching down.
Right.
I'm trying to, what I would take from his comedy, because I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan.
Same. No, I am as well.
So
yeah.
I would take what he was trying to say is, hey, let me equate my pain, my trauma
yes.
to yours.
And that's where it
and
started.
Let me highlight what you're going through by saying these are the similarities. I can't know what you're going through, but what my people and I and my family have gone through, let me highlight that.
Yeah.
But then after a while of him consistently having to defend himself, he eventually ended up next to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have any support with your own people anymore when you were trying to bridge a gap, you just go to the other side of the bridge that you were trying to build.
Yeah.
And that's when you feel like people sell out and all these things. So I don't know, Schultz like that. His comedy is okay. I always felt like it was okay only because I was like, oh, he's that one friend of the group who can make fun of everybody.
Yes.
So if the joke works, it works. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me. I need true comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was willing to just let him be where he was.
Let him rock. Yeah.
So now that he's here and getting butt hurt, well, you get what you get.
The other thing with Chappelle too is one of the things that he said was like, "Oh, all the crack jokes are funny. All the black jokes are funny. You guys laughed at that, but these aren't funny. Like, nah."
Yeah.
So I kind of stood by that side of it. It's like, well, if you can laugh at all the crack jokes and black jokes and this and that, then you should be laughing at these too.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and if you can make a joke, then you have to be willing to take people's response to it as well.
Yeah.
You made all those jokes and they were okay because the people you made them, they didn't respond.
Yeah.
Now certain other people are paying attention to things you've said, and now you're like, oh my God, that's not what. Nah, man, keep that same energy.
Like, you don't always got to have a gotcha or have to have a rebuttal. Sometimes you just got to be like, damn, he got me.
Hey.
Sometimes you just got to take him like, he got me.
And
Shit.
I think that kind of like relates to what I was thinking about.
Reflect, improve, and move on.
Bringing it back to like kind of the industry in terms of like different like work styles and how different people work, kind of like how different people present jokes, and it kind of can create this tension when different people, for instance, with jokes, they don't take jokes the same way. Different people don't work the same way, and therefore when they start to take criticism on their work styles, it can go left because
or far right.
I knew that was coming.
Yo, you're on today.
I knew that was coming.
Yo, I'll give you that one. That was good. That was great.
When we get our producer editor to start making this their job, there's going to be a ding counter for each one of us.
Yeah.
So whenever that happens,
how many things you get?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I can't wait for that. That'll be fun.
and loser has to take 2 opening shots on the next episode.
Oh,
Ooh, I like that.
I'm super down for that.
Steaks.
Yo, put that in the notes.
I like that.
We're going there. But that's when we have somebody that actually make it their job to edit.
Yes.
Shout
At
out
this
to
point,
EJ.
it's just us. Hello.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, no, and so I think a lot of times there are different work styles that are happening behind the bar that can conflict, and so I can only speak for myself, right? So I think that there are a lot of times, I think I was telling you about this maybe a couple weeks ago, where I've needed to take a step back and try to decipher, all right, Rob, for you yourself, what is just your work style and the way that you work that you think everyone should be working at versus, and it's just like my own OCD with like what I think makes the bar work well versus what is actually like a necessity for how people should be working to
Seeing
make the
your
work
work
well.
ethic in other people.
Yeah, and it's just like I can't expect people to work how I work. Never. That's setting myself up for failure.
Yeah.
And there are definitely like blind spots in my own work ethic that might be someone else's strong suit. And so I need to be aware of that. And so when I try to critique someone, I try to be aware of that. However, there are times when I crash out a little bit, like un poquito,
Teensy.
un poquito, un poco, because I do think that like I'm looking at someone else's like work style and it's like, yo, I know you know this job or like your particular position a little bit better than how you're performing it.
Right.
And so when I critique it, it can come off harsh. One, because you're getting critiqued at your job, and a lot of times nobody likes that. That shit
Right.
can come off harsh.
Right.
Two, what I've learned about myself is that by the time I'm getting to the point where I'm saying something, I've probably been feeling something or noticing something for about 20 times. And so when I get to the point of saying it, it probably comes off way harsher than it should.
You haven't crashed out. You've just hit a couple cars.
I've hit a couple cars. And so when I actually get to the point of saying something, it's with everything behind me that I felt going into that.
Yeah.
And so it comes off like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? And then if someone asks me, well, where did that come from? Then I'm going to sit you down and tell you about the 16 to 20 other times I noticed something. And I feel bad about that personally, because I know that's not how it was intended to come off. It was meant to just be like a soft, like, hey, I feel like you could do this, and this a little bit better. But in the actual execution, it's like, yo, I've been noticing this, and 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 this. So I think you should do that. And then it's just like, oh shit, that's a lot for any one person to kind of like take in one go.
Yeah.
Especially if it's blindsided and you're just going about your work schedule. And I hope that doesn't sound too vague for
No,
people.
it doesn't actually.
Yeah.
Can I speak manager?
I'd
love to.
Speak manager.
What I heard from that is what I heard was an opportunity for you to be able to speak to a peer and say, I apologize for the perception of this particular situation.
Crash out.
However, at the time, I was dealing with several things. I might not have been able to articulate things the way that I wanted to, nor were you or anyone else. It's just a situation. And I'd like to say these are the things that, I noticed from this that I could do better and that would work better for the situation to not happen again.
Yeah.
Now, to speak it, like, just be a real nigga about it, is like, all right, look, it ain't you. It also ain't me. I'm just going to be real with you. If you keep doing this shit, we're going to have a problem.
Because it's one of
it ain't you, it ain't me.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it this way. And if you're not looking at it this way and we're not coming 50-50 on this,
right,
there's going to be a problem. Because, like, I'm looking at it this way because I'm doing my job this way.
Right.
And I know my job to be this way. I know what my expectations are and what's expected of me. So if something else is expected of you or you're expecting something else of me, let's talk about it.
Right.
But if we're not going to fucking come to a middle ground from here, we're going to have a problem down the road.
Yes.
But as far as speaking manager, where a manager should step in if they know about it, because sometimes they don't know.
For sure.
Just like, yeah, well, I mean, pay attention to your fucking employees and make sure that they're not in that fucking position to where you have to talk with another coworker about, like, that's not your job.
That is the truth. Where it's like, it's not my job to tell someone what their expectations or their job responsibilities are. However, I've seen managers look at me like running back and forth, doing a lot of shit. And it's like, damn, looks like someone else should help you. It's like, yeah, I know. Like, but it's just like, and it's kind of just left at that.
Gotta work
And
on your processes, man.
yeah, and that's the thing is like I'm the type of person, the way I work or the way I kind of move about is I just do things versus like telling people what to
Right.
do because one, I'm aware that the way that I speak can come off overly aggressive and it'll feel really micromanagey if I tell someone every little thing I see that they should be doing that they're not doing. And so I'm just like, I'm gonna tell you probably 5 of the 20 things I think you should be doing.
Yeah.
But I'm still doing the other 15. So by the time I get to the point of telling you the 5 things I need you to be doing, I've probably done 15.
Yeah.
And so it's going to come
Yeah.
with a little bit more bite
Right.
than it should have
Yeah,
because
so do I.
you've been there.
No, I
Yeah.
I come with a little more bite than I should have. But the point is I was trying to make the other point, which
Yeah.
is
No one knows where that soundbite came from. Go on.
the other point I was making of speaking from a managerial standpoint
Yeah, yeah.
is okay, I could tell you 15 things, I could tell you 5. Or I could speak to you like a manager and be like, oh, let me come at you in a sense of like, oh, well, this happened, da 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 da.
Yeah,
But really, the overall thing
Oh,
is.
yeah. I can give you the macro.
So, like,
Yeah.
but that's what I mean. Like, that's where I've started to shift the last few months. I'm not saying it works for everybody, but
sure.
for anyone else out there who may be dealing with a similar situation,
Yeah.
maybe thinking of it the way a manager would.
Yes.
And I speak fluent manager. Trust me on that.
I can as well.
Yeah.
It's not my pay grade.
Right.
And so that's
Nor
why I
is
don't
it mine.
So I don't think I should have
But
to.
I've spent this year being one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to speak the language from
Yeah.
here on out.
That's fair.
It's helped me. And I'm just saying, for some of you, if you're running into this problem, sometimes it's just, all right, let me not tell you the 15 or the 5. He can say the 5. Maybe you need to just dial it down to 0 and just be like, this is how I was feeling. Or dial it down to 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like, meet the person that you're trying to talk to halfway. You know, that was the only break I was trying to say in that.
Therapy Bear, you're working today.
Yeah, for real, man.
Real shit.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, boom. Paw to paw.
They, them, and us.
Us.
You got anything else before we do this social media one? Or because I was wondering if you had anything to add to that, like the peace and
Nope.
harmony.
Nope.
I was gonna add.
Usually just
Got no
one
notes.
division.
Yeah, I was gonna
What
give
else?
one more before because you were speaking about
Oh,
managers.
let's go, man.
Yeah, no managers. Hi.
Oh
Hey.
shit.
What's up? Some of y'all got advanced because you're just easily manipulated, and that's where I want to start the topic. Corporations just be
don't think
moving
we're gonna get
people
there.
up. Okay. What's happened? Oh, corporations I've seen in the last few forever just be moving people up because they're easier to manipulate and they don't have minds of their own. And that's very fucking frustrating. I've literally seen someone go from, they're never going to see this, fuck it. They went from being a busser to a barback to a bartender for about a week to being a salaried manager in all of about maybe like 2.5 months. And everyone in the
Jesus
entire
Christ.
restaurant is looking at this person like they what are you doing here with this position? But then I also realize
Oh no.
that they put that person on as the morning manager every day of the
They're a
week.
puppet.
Yeah.
And they're just a puppet. And
Look at me, puppet.
puppet.
Don't look at me, puppet.
And it's just like, and they put it under the guise of this, like, oh, we're going to develop you into like the manager that you should be and give you all these like leadership qualities that you have always been looking for. And like everyone is just looking at this person like,
Fancy shiny words.
oh my God, like you
Sparkles.
are just
In
one
other
such
words,
a
we're gonna
puppet.
fuck you with no lube until you become a better person.
Yeah. And what that actually usually turns out into is we're going to just burn you the fuck out until you can't take anymore. And we're just
Until
going
you
to
crash out.
you crash out, and then we're going to replace you with the next burnout. And literally when this person told us that they were moving to manager, we all looked at them and was just kind of like, oh, poor baby, because like we could just see how easily they were about to be manipulated.
You know, bless your heart.
Bless their heart.
Oh,
Which,
sweetheart, you don't even know what's coming for.
sorry if no one else caught that. Bless your heart is black speech for like, you dumb motherfucker. Like it really is.
Or it's saying fuck you.
It's
sometimes
nah, it's not
no. It's really like, we pity you.
Nah,
Kinda like,
yeah.
anytime an older black man or woman says bless your heart,
Oh.
like they don't
Something's fucked up. Something's fucked. Whatever it is you were just talking about, it is fucked. I just want you to know.
yeah,
Like,
that do not
Yeah,
take that
it's-
sincerely at
yeah.
all. If not even older at this point, but like
Nah.
if a black person says bless your heart, you should just
if
stop.
you sneeze and they say bless your heart, just be
Nah,
worried.
They ain't fucking with you. They ain't fucking with you at all, and you need to evacuate the premises.
Eject.
Eject.
God.
Yeah, no, real talk. But
Yeah,
so that's just been something that has been on my heart because we've been noticing it.
So you had to bless it.
I had to bless it. Touch you. Yeah, that shit is crazy because I've seen it happen so many times, so that to see it happen again, like really right before my eyes, I'm just like, God damn. And they literally have this person opening the restaurant like 5 or 6 days a week. And they just became a manager like 2 weeks ago.
They have that person opening the restaurant 5 days a week because they preach it to them like, oh, this is just for now. And then they keep moving the goalposts. It's like, oh, well, we don't have any other managers.
No, they
now,
don't.
this,
They
that.
that's what
really
happened.
what it is it's like that for a reason.
Yeah.
You wanted to move up because you thought you had a good opportunity. And it could be. I'm not saying you were wrong for moving up.
Yeah.
But you also have to acknowledge or at least recognize
Yeah.
what's actually happening to you. Like, all right, do you want to just it's a pause moment, but you just want to put your head down and take it for a few months until you're in a better position
Yeah.
Pause.
where your head's up at
Nope.
least?
Play
I
everything.
don't know, man.
Play.
Like, what do you want to do?
I'm
How
watching
do you
all of
want to
it.
get fucked? What position do you want to get fucked in? That's what you got to ask yourself.
And literally every day I clock in, I'm watching this really, really raunchy porno just take place. Like they are getting fucked.
Every time you clock in, you're watching the bukkake.
Yeah.
That's a manager bukkake.
It's a manager
Every
bukkake.
time.
Like corporate is just shoving it in every hole they
Just
have.
coconut cream all over the place.
God, yeah, it's horrible.
Watch out for those nut allergies, people.
Play the video. I'm out. I tap out. Play the video. Play the fucking video.
Are you recording?
Oh my god. Oh god. There's no segue. Just play it.
All right.
Play it.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
It's so simple. It's so
It's such
fucking
a simple video too.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
No.
And
And
shout out
I've
to JMCN, but
Shout
that's
out.
the simple video.
Yes, shout out to JMCN.
Yeah.
JMCN.
Yeah,
I fuck with you. I've always loved this GIF.
J.MCN.
Yeah, I've always loved.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved this GIF, but this usage of the GIF is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Like as far as for us,
Yeah,
for our
yeah, yeah,
industry,
yeah.
for
Gift or-
what it is.
Did you say gift?
GIF.
It is a
Oh,
gift.
I say GIF,
Tis the
I heard
season,
gift,
bitches.
but I'll throw a T on there if it makes you feel better.
No, it doesn't.
Pause.
Tea bag.
What?
Huh?
Pause. Tea bag. Sounds like a scream. Pause. Tea bag has entered the chat.
Yeah. Good old. I miss AIM.
Pause. Tea bagging because we're going on an adventure.
Now, yeah. I'm about to say like, damn, is a Hobbit involved? Damn,
It could be.
It's a hibbit and a hobbit.
Yo, where are we
Oh,
going?
Yo, I don't know
God.
what's going on
Yeah,
with me
it's fine.
today.
It's fine. Yo, I'm with it. I'm all in. But that's a great use of that gift. One, two. Yes.
Yeah, know your order.
If you call me over, I'm coming to stop. I'm gonna finish my sentence. Stop. No, stop. Stop. I'm walking over to give you a great experience. I'm not.
Boy, is he.
Yeah, that is my intention. I'm coming to give you a great experience. So
Whether you
don't
like it or
pause
not.
that experience by not knowing what you want.
Yeah. know
Because
what
I can give you what you want if you know what you want.
you just gotta say it.
You just gotta say it.
Just say it.
Just ask me nicely.
Huh?
No, real talk. That's fucking bullshit. Like if you stop whatever we're doing at the bar and interrupt our flow to come over to you and you don't have, I feel like we've said that so many times at this point, but it's just,
And we can keep saying it.
but we're gonna keep on saying it because it's like
We ain't gone after the guest the
Yeah.
entire episode. It's
Yeah.
their turn.
it is your turn. That is
We've
fair.
been going after our own for a while.
Again, I think I keep on saying the thesis of this entire show is read the fucking room.
Read the room.
Read the fucking room.
Read the room.
So if you stop what we're doing to come over to you and you're going to just kind of pause and get your shit together, especially if I've already given you the menu, like you need to take that time to figure out the menu. If you have questions about the menu, and by questions about the menu, I mean what's actually on the menu, not asking me if I have something that's not on the menu, then yes, we could do that. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to stress you out there.
I don't understand why so many customers think that bars and restaurants are all like In and Out. We don't have
Secret menus, we don't.
We just don't.
We
If
literally
you look at the menu, and if it's not there, there's a very strong possibility that we can't make it. Now, if it's a classic cocktail,
sure.
not one you saw in bumfuck whatever restaurant or bar you were at, but
Yeah.
literally a classic cocktail or one we've had on the menu.
Yeah,
You've been coming here for a while.
yeah.
Pause. We might still be able to make that.
Possibly.
But if like I've never seen you before and it's not on our menu, just assume we can't make it.
Yeah.
Ask for something on the menu. And if you don't like anything on the menu, talk to it that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like anything on this menu. Is there anything that you might be able to suggest to me?
That's
These are the
similar
things-
to this. Give me something to work with.
Yeah, or tell me what I like.
Yes.
Like I like this. Tell me what you think you could make based off of what my drink preferences are.
Yeah.
You know, don't ask
Somebody
us
had
to-
asked me for a cactus cooler.
Like a Capri Sun?
I don't
Oh
know.
no, it was
Oh,
high C.
no,
That was high
that's,
C.
that's a pretty standard one, but
What's
it's
to that?
so recipe I've seen vodka, a little bit of cranberry, OJ, peach schnapps. Some places will do like Red Bull, this and that. Like
That's
there-
almost a Sex on the Beach kind of.
yeah,
no?
yeah. There are
Okay.
variations to it, but
Okay.
out here is where I hear Cactus Cooler a lot. But when I lived in Seattle, I'd hear Cactus Cooler. It was a different thing. When I was in
Oh.
The
Phoenix,
people
I'd
that
hear
ordered it
Cactus
from
Cooler.
me, they
Yeah,
meant it as an AMF.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
So I
it's-
was like, a what?
yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
People are just confused
Yeah.
on things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Just know the lingo where you're going, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
damn. Okay.
Know where you're at. Read the room.
Read the fucking room.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, Cactus Cooler and AMF are not the same.
No, that's why I'm so confused. Like I don't even know how
I tried to ride with it when you said it.
How did
like,
they
I was
get
just
crossed
like, all right,
over?
I'll give them. Yeah, that's not.
What
the
color
same.
does the Cactus Cooler usually come out to be?
If you so
Green?
here's the thing.
Ish. Dark.
No, the recipe I saw the other day had a splash of crayon in it, so it was like almost kind of pinkish,
Okay.
like a peach pinkish. But
Cactuses are green.
in Seattle, they have a drink called the Touchdown, which is more of a closer version of a Cactus Cooler from what I've seen
Okay.
in the recipe book without cranberry, which was like peach, vodka, OJ, splash of Red Bull.
I just take it back to
That's a Touchdown in Seattle, but I've also heard of it as a recipe as a Cactus Cooler here in LA.
So because I haven't had to make one in any of the bars I've been in, but like I just
You're
take
so
it
lucky.
back. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I take it back to the High C juice box, and all
Yep.
the cactus coolers of those had a picture of Slimer from like Ghostbusters on it. So
Ecto
that's why
cooler?
So you spit in it?
I cannot. I'm not dinging that bell. That is not a bell I'm dinging. Ugh.
You just call Tamara over to shake it for you.
Oh
Hey,
my
Tamara, come shake this
Come
cocktail
shake
for
this
me.
shit. Oh my god.
I wanted to.
So that's why I assumed it was green, but that's why I wanted to hear, because the confusing it with the AMF is wild. Did you have something? Oh,
Scrap.
I
Can you grab that
did.
remote?
I
'Cause
wanted
that's
to
about to-
show.
what's that?
It's on top of the clock.
I wanted to show a. I
Just
wanted to
press
show a
down.
video. Sorry.
Yeah. So
sorry,
the AMF is blue,
I wanted to show one more video.
but the cactus cooler is turning
There you go.
green.
You're good. Thank you, sir.
Oh wait, oh gosh, this looks horrible. This looks tragic.
Um,
Is that it?
Wait, he has so much sadness in his eyes.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about where this is
All
gonna
right.
go.
Are you recording?
I'm about to.
Okay. No, I just need you to record the sadness.
All right, hold on.
Damn, your guys' ribeye's $85?
I know. It's so expensive. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me?
And your lobster, is it locally sourced? And the sauce that comes with it, is it plant-based or... Oh, I'm sorry, am I keeping you?
Oh, no. I mean, I have like 12 other tables, but they can starve because now you're here.
I'm gonna wait. My boyfriend's gonna be here pretty soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem at all. I'll swing back around.
Yeah, he's got a meeting in Studio City right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's closing a big deal, and so he's taking me out to dinner.
Wow. Tell me your whole life story.
I'll have the wings.
Okay, wings?
But can I do just flats?
No, they're all like pre-batched, so.
Okay, well, can't you just take a pre-batch and take out all the thighs, grab another pre-batch, take out all the flats, and just make it all flats?
You know what? For you, man, I do just about anything.
Damn, your guys' ribeyes...
Bro, this gave me so much anxiety.
One more.
Because people, it's like, hey, I have a solution for the problem here. How about you just change your entire menu for me?
Oh wow, we definitely didn't think of
You're
that.
the only person who likes flats.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I got
Sarah
one.
sitting next to you loves all drumsticks.
Of course.
Trust me.
So, like, it's going to work out
She's
evenly.
really into fisting, so she loves those drumsticks.
One more. One more.
Oh, dear.
In school sucks. You don't need it. Anybody can learn how to make a drink. It's so easy, right? So you got like tequila and pineapple. Every 22-year-old girl is so happy right now. I went to bartending school. It is a decent way to show you're serious if you've never been in the industry. Nobody cares. Not even the other bartenders or the bar owner. Can you just make the drink? Most places do not train. What bar doesn't train on the job? I think the only place that does that is Vegas. Are you anywhere else in the States? It gave me a very solid foundation to grow from. Learn basic pours and drinks. Nothing too crazy about that. You learn that by just going to a bar too. Bartending.
No, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Going to a bar is bartender school.
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
that's where, damn, now that I think about it, that is my frustration with training bartenders.
Sorry, one more that goes
Wait,
tandem
can we
with
respond?
Are
this.
Onto
you
that
recording all of
Yes,
this?
yes, yes, yes.
Wait, can we respond to one before?
Okay,
you
yeah, go ahead,
to
go
the-
ahead. Okay,
no,
my bad,
because like
go
that
ahead.
has been my frustration a little bit with like a lot of like the like me trying to train bartenders is because I just like when people or even servers where like they just don't know liquor or they just don't know like classic cocktails. And I mean, I get it. Like I'm a little bit older, so like I've been in more bars than the average 25-year-old. But also just like if you've just been in bars a little bit and sat at a bar top and just observe what goes on around you a little bit, I feel like you can pick up enough to be able to serve a martini, or you know the questions to ask with a martini. I hate martinis. I don't like gin. I don't like vodka. I don't like vermouth. I don't like olive juice. But
Yeah.
I know enough to ask.
I'll be real with you.
What's that?
Pandemic. we can cover that on another episode.
I had a
but,
guy come
like,
up to the bar,
yeah.
and he was with
Shut down my entire
Not
momentum.
the entire. I'm
No,
saying
but like,
you're
yeah,
right. But it's
yeah,
like
no, I
it's
know,
one
I
of
know,
those
I
things
know.
that we don't think about because
Yeah,
for us it was just we took a year off.
yeah,
But for people who were in their drinking development stage, and
Yeah.
let's not sugarcoat it, that in America there
you get
is
a pass
a
this
drinking
time,
development
fuckers.
stage.
You get a fucking
And
pass.
some people are off, but
couple. There was this guy and his buddy that came up to my bar, and they were ordering. Guy ordered his vodka Red Bull, and the guy's like, he's like, yeah, let me get it's a tequila drink, and I think he was being serious. He's like, I don't know what it's called. It's got like tequila and Sprite. And I said, so a tequila Sprite, and his buddy just started laughing. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I guess that. He's like, is that what it's called? I was like, is that what you call it? He's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm like, all right.
Dog.
I was like, so just tequila Sprite?
Yeah. Oh, that's all he wanted?
Yeah, he wasn't being difficult about it. I think maybe he's trying to think of the name.
No, that's fair.
If they has a name, I don't know.
Because like, yeah, we got screwdriver, we got fucking
but it was just like, bro,
shot.
just if
you
it's
just-
two ingredients,
you
just
just
give me the two
remembered-
ingredients.
you just remembered the drink last week where it was no, it was a couple days ago. It just hasn't come out yet. But the one where it's the rum and coke, but you stir the
batanga?
drink with the lime.
Yeah,
Patanga.
patanga.
It's
Yeah.
like,
All right.
I stirred it with a knife.
Yeah, so now it's a patanga. Yeah. it's
So
like,
here's the one that goes with the
Record.
bartending school video. I'm recording.
okay, all right.
Damn, let me fuck up. Give me the chance to
We
fuck. Do you
already
see the red
did.
dot? Do you see the red
We
dot?
already
I
did.
see the red dot. I see
All
the red
all
dot.
all
Yeah.
This is somebody talking the benefits of bartending school.
Please do.
Bartending school, they tell you, very good reason to take bartending school. And what it is vodka, gin, rum, tequila, triple sec, bourbon, scotch. That is the same thing that I do to the bottles back here. The main thing is that when they're in this pattern, I know where to look.
So
Very
basically,
good, very good reason. So vodka, gin, rum, tequila, take
bartending school.
bartending, brandy, scotch.
Ugh.
And
Who
then
has
I
brandy
don't.
in
Brandy
your
in the
well?
Who has scotch in their well?
Scotch and
And-
brandy in your well.
Yeah.
And just looking at
And one of the bars I worked at back in 2016, the rum was before the gin, and the way they said it was very rowdy girls drink tequila tonight.
I've never even thought about there being like some type of
But
rubric to it.
just
Right,
in
but,
this
like,
comment
where'd the
here,
drink come from?
it says every bar will have their own
Di
setup.
Serono? Like
That's weird as fuck.
drink,
But like
Nigga.
that's what they learned in bartending school?
but
I don't know. That was her
whether she
reasoning
did or
for it.
didn't, I'm
Sounds-
sure there's a bartender out there teaching a bartender school, saying some simple shit like
That's
But this seemed like it
wild.
was kind of her reason to validate, like her reason for going.
And
Like
that was
every bar will have their own setup of
Yeah.
the speed rail,
That
personally
is.
set up for the things. that you-
1000%.
like, yeah, every bar is gonna set it up differently. Like some places will do tequila first, some places do vodka
It's
first.
literally
It's
just based on like what we sell the most of and what are our signature cocktails and shit like that. I've never even thought about there being like a standard way to set up
no,
your speed
because there
rail.
isn't one.
Yeah,
Bartending-
That's why I tell people not to fucking touch my well.
bartending
Yeah.
school is a waste of money. I learned this from getting a job as a bartender.
Yeah.
real talk. Real
I don't
shit.
like it. I don't like when
Uh.
anyone touches my well. I don't like when anyone's working in my well. Don't even look at my well. That's my bitch. Like you set up your bitch the way you like it.
Yeah.
Don't touch my bitch. That's mine.
Understand that bartending school will rarely land you a bartending job.
Yeah.
Experience and a good story will do that. Use schools to further your knowledge. That was liked by the creator. I say no, it won't. Working in a bar and then going to these tastings and stuff will further your knowledge. Not the bartending school. They're not going to teach you about the spirits.
Bartending school isn't a real school.
It's not.
You've already lost in your argument by calling it a school. It's not a school. It's a
class.
fucking. It's not even a placement program. It's not even ITT Tech.
Wait. So her speed her rail well went from right to left, right? Can I ask why bartending school thinks sentences are read from right to left? What is this, a manga? No.
Wow.
Oh shit. Is this Arabic? Like,
Peach schnapps
Nah,
instead
they
of
had-
scotch. Why is scotch even on the rail? People barely order that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, why would you put brandy and scotch on a rail?
No,
Thank you to everyone who was letting me know bartending school is a waste of money because I was
1,000%.
legit thinking about going.
No.
Don't go to bartending school.
Get
please.
a bar back job or just kick it at a bar. I have a friend, they go to
Like Chris. He hasn't gone to bartending school and he's learned more from just sitting here and talking
just
to
sitting
us.
here and talking shit to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, we are your school, bitch.
Yeah.
Just watch more of the industry perspective,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
Have you gone to bartending school? No, but I watched the industry
Boom.
perspective.
You're hired.
Like,
You're hired. Yo, I feel like that's a great place.
It is.
Oh shit.
No, that is.
Watch
You got it.
more of
Use
the
the course.
industry perspective if you want to learn about how to be a bartender.
I say.
or if you want to learn the ways of the Force, like this Padawan here.
Cheers.
Deborah made it so.
Yeah.
She did.
As we always
Cheers
say,
to Seer and cheers to the staff.
staff.
That boy got another hit TikTok.